Hey guys, it's Angie here, and I hope everybody finds themselves well. And today I am happy to say that we are finally going to do our front containers. I want to say porch containers because I miss my porch so much from the last home we were in North Carolina. We don't have a porch anymore. We have that, just the front door and the stairs, which I'm just in love right now with it because there's so many new things to do. So it will be our first containers in this home since our move, and not only first containers but first fall containers at that. So I went went to the nursery and grabbed a couple of things that inspired a fall container. There is not much yet going on in the nurseries, just a couple of things here and there, and I am also going to add to these containers some of the plants that we actually been holding on to since the beginning of summer, I'm gonna say, and I wanted to incorporate them into these containers that I'd had in mind for fall, but I didn't want to put them in the plant them in because of fear of them not fitting in the moving truck. And I gotta say it was best that I didn't, because we were not going to be able to fit extra things. But I'm going to show you first the plants that I've been holding on to. We are working with a full sun area in the front. So I've had this guy, which I'm going to go ahead and trim a little bit before we put him in there. And this right here is, I'll pop it up on there to what it is. It's a Proven Winner Sweet Caroline Sweetheart Jet Black Potato Vine. Sweet potato vine. This is the first time I ever used this one. I fell in love with the way it looks because it has a heart shape foliage. It's just very pretty, and there's some greens showing. So this is the first time I ever used this type, so I'm excited to do that for a spiller. I've had that one for a while, like I said. And then I'm going to take a big chance right now planting in this graceful grasses, an ornamental grass from Proven Winners as well. This right here, I've been seeing them out in the nurseries already grown, and I could have gone ahead and brought home a grown one, but I didn't want to do that. I don't want to just leave this poor guy there. Plus this guy is only going to be an annual here. It's a perennial in zones 9 through 11, if I'm correct. Okay, so we'll be using that. I want to have a little bit of red. The foliage has a reddish in it, and I want it to go back to the house. Then I've been holding on to this right here that Ambrose actually found in one of the nurseries back in North Carolina. This one right here is a lantana called Luscious Marmalade from Proven Winners, and it had been putting on a show. It just stopped. You can see right there, there's that beautiful orange, guys. It has a little bit of red as it's opening too, so that's why I like it, especially working with the color of this home. And it got leggy because I've had it in the back where there's more shade than anything, so it's looking for sun. So first I'm gonna pop it in and see if I need to do anything to it to trim it up so it can bush up a little bit more, or if I should just leave it like this. But before I forget, the reason I said I'm taking a risk with planting this right now is because the temperatures are starting to cool down. It's still warm during the day, and I'm not sure if how much growth the grass is going to put on for us right now. I really don't care if it gets too tall. I just want there to be some movement in the container. Okay guys, so that's for the plants that we brought from back where we were living in North Carolina. So one plant that I saw when we went to the nursery was this guy right here, which is an Angelonia. It's a summer snapdragon, and I love that it has a scent, and that's why I love it. And I did use a variety from Proven Winners back in North Carolina, and we actually did our front bed with it. I'll be popping up some pictures of that, and it did amazing, guys. I felt so bad having to leave it behind because it performs so well, and it's something that I want to add next year to this home. But when I saw it out in the nursery, sorry about that, we're right by the street. When I saw it at the nursery, I just had to get it, guys. And like I said, that's the things that are out right now, so that's why I picked that. Then we ran into these black-eyed Susans. Never planted these before, and I'm so looking forward to just having them right now, and hopefully next year trying some from seed. I love that the inside has a very beautiful deep color, almost like a, I'm gonna say it's a red. That's why I went with it. It goes back to the home too. Then there's one more I did get, which I regret not bringing some more of these. They're just putting these out, the kale and the cabbage. This one's a kale, ornamental kale. And I fell in love with having ornamental kale and cabbage around the pool season. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab more later and fill in the container with a couple of more of these guys. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get planting, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so before I start, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that I already put some potting soil in here. And then I went ahead and put some slow release to feed the plants. And now we're going to go ahead and get going. And excuse if it looks a little bit slanted here. We live on a slope, and that's something that we have to deal with in this new home. So I was trying to look for little pebbles and stuff like that. And right now the reason we're under here is because there's a beautiful maple tree that it's perfect for right now. There's not a lot of sun hitting right here, the lighting. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one in, the Black Eyed Susan. Now I did explain that this is the first time I ever use this type of plant. I have to be very careful because I'm so rough with them. Put it right here. Hope that it looks nice right there. I already got dirt on it. Okay, and how it's new to me. I'm not sure if this will be coming back here. I did understand from doing some research that some of the Black Eyed Susan, there's just so many varieties. There are some that are annuals in northern climates, and they're hardy in southern climates. So we are a zone 7B here in Virginia now. Most of the things did come back for us in North Carolina zone 8A. So there is some type of difference there. I'm going to go ahead and put the potato vine. Like I said, I'll be trimming it in a little bit. Now this is another example of some plants that in North Carolina zone 8B did come back for us. The potato vine was coming back for us. I would find it in spring popping back up. So there we go right there. Might have to put in some more soil in a little bit. Like I tell you, the slope is getting to me. I hope I don't... Ambrose will let me know if it's looking crooked there. It's good. Okay, and let me see. Now I'm going to do the lantana, guys. So this one right here, I know it's a perennial in Texas, where I'm from. This one takes me back home because that's all I remember seeing everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I leave room for the grass. And see how much I have to cut back from it, if anything, if I have to cut back anything. I wanted it to drape just a little bit from the side. And the grass, I'm not going to do it, I'm not placing it right in the center. I'm going to do it a little bit to the side. The reason, because I want these containers to go ahead. This guy's fruit bound, guys. Hold on. I want them to be able to anchor the sides of the stairs. I'm going to put them on each side of him. And I'm curious to see how fast they grow. Okay, now for the big one, which I probably should have done this before anything. And working with a lot of crazy textures here. Reason being, I don't know, when it's fall, to me, I like for it to look a little bit more wild. One, you can put so many more containers, more things, more plants into containers, because the plants do grow a little smaller as the temperatures cool off. And this one I might have to take a lot of it out. Okay, guys. Oh, I just love this purple. And then towards the front, I'm gonna go ahead and add the kale. Ooh, this guy seems I used the kale and cabbage last year, all through winter. From fall all the way to winter, we had something going on last year in our garden. And I'm curious to see if we're going to be able to enjoy it through the whole time here as well. I want to smash it, guys. Okay. And that's it, guys. So I already went ahead and went around and looked at the container to check for the sweet potato vine that I have on the side. I went ahead and gave it a little trim, not too much, just so it can start bushing up again, because we did have these plants on more of a shaded area where I'm keeping them, so they're reaching out for light and getting leggy. As well as the lantana around here. I was a little worried about how it was going to look, because it does have that leggy look, but it's actually, I like it. I like this wildness that the container is giving. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like this. Plus, if you notice here, it's going to give a show pretty soon. It has a lot of little buds it's about to open, so I'm leaving it like that. If it bothers me later, I'll come and give it a little I'll tidy it up a little bit. And then up here, the angelonia, I'm just going to go ahead and trim this one right there, because that one was done. And that's it, guys. So now we're going to head to the front, because we need to go ahead and straighten out that little area. We'll go ahead and show you what we're talking about. Let's see enough water. Okay, so we finally got to bring them out here. Ambrose went ahead and he leveled out the two areas where we went ahead and placed the containers. That's the best that we're gonna do for now. I think it's okay. They're not gonna fall over or anything, so I'm happy with it. The whole look I wanted to go with was something just wild. Like I explained, it's fall and I just want something that looks like a, what can I call, like a bouquet. Or an arrangement. This one over here is looking a little bit too much wild than what I was expecting it to come out looking. Some of the blooms have already been broken from the inside. There's some that are going to grow back, so I'm okay with it. I'll wait for it. It'll get back. It'll get nice and full inside right here. And I did mess a little bit with the lantana on the side. I will be coming out here and fixing a little bit more when I have time. But I just want to see some blooms before I start trimming it a little bit more. But other than that, guys, I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. I'm loving it. So hopefully I went ahead and gave you some ideas with these containers on what y'all can go ahead and do over at your home. I'm having a blast right now, guys, because at the last house, as whoever's been following us, we had a yellow house, a very pale yellow house in North Carolina, and I was sticking a lot to pastel colors. And now I'm loving using the warm colors. I've been having such a good time going to the nurseries and seeing all the other plants that I wouldn't usually go for because they're way, in the warmer tones, but I'm really loving it. Right now we have so much going on. I'm still planning on, there'll be more fall stuff coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and see what I'm gonna do up there in the front door. Do I leave the hollies? Do I remove them? Do I try something new? I don't know yet. I do want to go and see what else they are going to start putting out this coming week. I think I want to go ahead and look for some corn stalks. I always have corn stalks. I just love having them. We also have other projects coming up. We found some boxwoods out at the nursery. We got very lucky to find those. And as you can see on the side of the wall right there, when we moved, they had just placed those boxwoods up there, but they're not looking so good at all. And we have other plants with that area too. So we went ahead and grabbed these and see what we're gonna come up with. And then Ambrose is gonna go ahead and terrace, but all that we'll show later. So that's gonna do it for the video, guys, and I hope that you go ahead and share with us what's going on with your ideas at home with containers. I always love to hear what everybody is doing in their homes out in the garden. So guys, have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye.